Hey guys, just Trevor here. I'm just going to walk you through this morning on how to use the new Authentisign electronic signature platform. This is a free service now. We have transitioned, or we are transitioning our back end, the transaction desk there, and one of the benefits is that we get free Authentisign for all agents at Century 21 Millennium. So, yay, that's awesome. Good job, Shazad. And so I'm just going to walk through. This is a free service, so if you've been using DocuSign before, of which we get a really good rate every year for, I think we are about $160, $170. Don't quote me, but it's in that range per agent annually. Well, now you can use the Authentisign platform for free if you don't want to use that anymore. For those of you who do use DocuSign and want to stay with DocuSign, by all means, you can continue using that platform. Of course. So there are some differences between DocuSign and Authentisign, but the main function of them are the same. And so it's just the flow and the GUI, graphical user interface, that is a little bit different. So I'll just kind of walk you through the process in this session. So we start off, I've just done a dummy account under my new web forms. And so just, again, give you a little bit of orientation on web forms here. I'm on my dashboard right now, and I have my various transactions here. So I've got 123 Main Street is the little dummy account that I've done. Just got some details in here. I made some stuff up here. So when I am in here and I want to get my forms that I have worked on, as you can see, I've got them all filled out. Now I need to get my client to sign them. I'm going to put an offer. I represent the buyer. So I am the co-op agent on the deal. So I'm going to go to my transactions. I'm going to go to forms. And here I list all the forms that I filled out. Now, just for this exercise, I'm not going to do them all, but maybe I want to have them fill out the offer summary document. Yeah, sure, confirmation of cooperation, of course, the agreement of purchase and sale. So when I click on those three items to sign, because I don't need the identification information record for FinTrack, and maybe I already signed the working with the realtor, etc. So it's just these three that I want to get signed off. I clicked off the box, and see this little basket right here that I hover over? It says basket. I click on that. There's three items in there as per my check marks. I click on that, and here are the three items that I would like to have signed. So see this little pen here? I think it's obvious. This is a self-intuitive program, both the web forms and Authentisign. So if I want to have a third-party vendor sign this, I just click on this. So since I have DocuSign already linked to the profile, I have my DocuSign option there. Now I have my Authentisign option. So today we're going to do Authentisign. Okay, so this is the interface for Authentisign. I'm just going to go kind of high level on this one. Guys, you can go a little bit deeper with Authentisign, but I'm going to try and cover off mostly everything. So the name of this step one, and you can see there's step 1, 2, 3, 4. Again, this is a self-intuitive program, meaning if you simply just read and follow the steps, you'll be able to work this through. Not a lot of training is required, but I did want to give you an orientation on this. So I've got the signing name, which is really the name of the transaction that I'm getting signed, which is 123 Main Street. Okay. Now I have my option of saying, hey, do I want to set my participant order? So option 1 is sign in line, meaning the participants have to do it in a particular order. For me, it doesn't really matter unless I'm engaging with the co-op or the listing agent and I'm actually doing signatures on their part. That's when I'm like, yeah, obviously it's going to need to be in order. But I'm working with the buyer. It's Trevor. It's the buyer that is going to be signing. It doesn't matter the order in which they sign. So I'm just going to leave it as a default, which says first comes, first serve. There are advanced options here. I'll just expand that. But for the most part, you don't need that. Okay, I just want to show you what the advanced options are. If you want to set an expiration date for having that signed off by your buyer or seller, you could do that as well. Sorry, just your buyer, representing the buyer here. And you can say, of course, it's defaulted, do not send reminders. You can send a reminder every 4 hours or every 1 hour, let's say. So you can do that. You got to click on that, and then so you can go every 4 hours. Repeat the reminder. Actually, so you can only do it. The frequency is every 4 hours. Okay. So I'm just going to keep that as do not set reminders because we don't need to do all that. Hide signatures, unsigned document. We don't need to do that either. I went down a little bit of a rabbit hole. I didn't need to. Sorry, guys. So step one, the name of the transaction, and first come, first serve for signatures, okay? Step two, if I click on that, so I've got various people involved in this transaction. I have the agent, Kevin Woolham, who I'm submitting an offer to. He's the listing agent at 123 Main Street. This is a property up in Collingwood. And Jason Bourne is my buyer. Yeah, I have that relationship with Jason Bourne. And Oprah Winfrey buys real estate in Collingwood, Ontario. Fantastic, great investment. So obviously I'm going to have Trevor Evans. He is going to be a remote signer. And I'm not going to be having, meaning I'm not going to have Trevor sign this and he's here physically in my office. He's a remote signer. I'm also going to have Jason Bourne since he is the buyer, and Kevin is the listing agent. Oprah is the seller. I'm not going to have them engage on this one, so I just click Add. Okay, and now you can see that Trevor and Jason are here. Now Jason is the buyer. We've noted him as the buyer. And if Jason Bourne is the buyer, so I'm just going to click on him. The participant is missing required information. Let's take a look. Yeah, we don't have an email address for Jason. So because Jason is made up in my own mind, I'm just going to put Trevor's personal email address here. And so Jason Bourne's email address is TrevorEvans@Rogers. I can fill out all this information here. Again, he is the buyer, so that's important. And do I have a custom signature with him? Not yet. I'm just going to take that out. And I'm just going to save that participant. Okay, so Jason Bourne is in there. He's got his email address. He is a buyer and he's signing remotely. Trevor Evans is the listing agent. He's a cooperating salesperson, etc. So I've got the two people, the buyer and the listing agent, who are going to sign off here. I then click on step 3, which is the documents. Now, I've already identified the documents. So let's take a look at what those documents are. Here they are. There's an offer summary, a confirmation of cooperation and representation, and an agreement of purchase and sale and residential. So those are my 3 documents. So now I go to step 4, which is, and by the way, if I want to add a document here, just click Add. I might be uploading that, uploading a file from my desktop or wherever I'm going to get that file from. I'm not going to upload a file here. I'll just hit Close. And so I've got the 3 documents. I'm ready to sign. Where do I sign? How do I get them to sign? So here we go. We are on Authentisign now. Okay, so because I identified Jason Bourne as the buyer, this is really cool. The system Authentisign actually identifies where and knows where that buyer needs to sign. So, is there much work to do here? Not really, but it's pretty cool that this feature is here. But let's say I wanted to say that wasn't there. Let me just delete this here. And how do I delete something? I just click on that. I can either choose the trash or I just hit the delete button on my keypad there. Okay, and that's been deleted. So let's assume that that wasn't there. And okay, so I'm on my first page, offer summary document. I do need a signature of Jason Bourne saying that he's submitting an offer. On the top right, that's too bad. I did not expand my screen wide enough, but you have the option of Trevor. You see my first name, Trevor. You can see just underneath it says drag. It actually says drag and drop. And then there's another tool there. It says markup. It's a markup tool. So please forgive my lack of planning on this video. But here I'm going to change the signers from Trevor Evans to Jason Bourne. You can see Jason Bourne clearly there. So I'm going to click it on Jason Bourne. So now I've got Jason Bourne as the signer, and I'm going to drag and drop. And when I click on drag and drop, here it gives me the options, an option to sign, an option to initial, and an option to put a date there. So these items, I'm not going to go through all the details of them. The sign, the initial, and the date, these are pretty much the ones that you're going to use the majority of the time. So if I need the signature signed there, I can either click on that and drag it to where I want it. And there I go, Jason Bourne. Just show that one more time and delete that. Again, I click on that. Now if I just click on it, it actually just brings it to the top left page. Notice that? And I can just drag it to where I want. So I can either, again, drag the signature where I want it, okay, or I can just click it and up pops another one. Okay, don't need two signatures on this page. I will delete that one. Now so I've got his signature there, and now I do need his date. So again, I just go over to drag and drop, which is on the right of the page, which you can't see. I didn't plan ahead, but here's the drag and drop for the date. Again, drag date over, and there we go. So when Jason gets this via email, again, electronic signatures are dependent on the email address. And we'll go into a little bit of what that means afterwards, but he's going to receive an email where he's going to be instructed to sign here, and when he signs there, it will automatically date the signature there. Okay, so I've got that first page done. I'm really excited about that. I'm almost like I'm on my way. I'm on my way. Again, you've got the buyer already defaulted. The system knows where the buyer is going to initial and where the cooperating brokerage is going to initial as well. Pretty cool. Actually, I really like that feature. So if I needed to bring in another person, I could do that. Back when I was setting this up, I could do that, and you just drag that person, that initial. Let's say there was a different person named Jason Bourne. I would take that initial, and I would drag it right there. There was Jason Bourne was married to, I don't know, Katie Holmes. You would put Katie Holmes, KH, there, right? So there is no Katie Holmes. They are not together, and I will just delete that one. Okay, so we got Jason Bourne there as the buyer. Trevor Evans is a cooperating brokerage, and the system, I've got to actually have Trevor Evans, since he is authorized as a cooperating agent, I need to have his signature there. So I'm on Jason Bourne. As signers here on the top right, I'm going to change Jason Bourne, which is just a little drop-down menu, to Trevor Evans. So now we're on Trevor Evans again, and I'm going to grab that signature, drag it over to where Trevor needs to authorize as a cooperating agent, and there's the signature there, and I need his date, so I grab the date and drag it with your mouse over to the signature. So I've got Trevor's signature and date in here, and as well, this is suggesting that he has read and understood the above information, Jason Bourne, and his signature is at the bottom there. Oprah Winfrey, when she sells and decides to take our offer at a really good price, she's going to sign there, of course. Now, since we are in multiple representation, keep in mind I do need to get a signature here from Jason. So I've got to go back to signers. I'm going to grab Jason Bourne again, and I'm going to grab an initial, and I'm going to drag it to the buyer's initial to say that he is in multiple representation. Since 21 Millennium, whether it be the Collingwood office or whether it be the Brampton office, we are one brokerage. So this is multiple representation through dual agency. So we've got that signature in there. Oprah Winfrey will need to sign, or sorry, initial right here as well. Oh, so much fun. We're almost there, guys. So, oh my gosh, we haven't even started the offer yet. So here's the agreement of purchase and sale. We got Jason, we got Oprah, we got all the details. Again, the system recognizes at the bottom of the page, we need an initial from Jason Bourne. Fantastic. It's already there. I scroll down, initial there, making sure everything is just right. Title search August 7th, and my closing date is August 21st, 2 weeks before. That's right on. This is a single family dwelling. My initial here. initial for Jason Bourne, signature for Jason Bourne. The system does that. In acknowledgement here, I acknowledge the receipt of and signed copy of my accepted agreement, purchase and sale. You can do this here because the system is actually giving them the option of downloading that. When they do their signature, they'll get a copy of that, okay? In a normal process, they can only sign that, a buyer can sign that when they actually receive a copy of that, that agreement and signed, okay? Commission trust agreement, I will put my signature there as the cooperating brokerage. And everything else should be initialed and signed as appropriate. So assuming I have everything here, sorry I'm taking a little bit of a while going through this, just want to be verbose for those of you who require it. So once I've got all my initials and all my signatures and everything done, I can press next. Now I'm going to show you one more thing as I scroll back up. Say I saw something on this, maybe I put $1 million. But you know what? It's going into multiple offers. I'm about to sign it. I changed my mind. I want to actually change it from $1 million. My buyers instructed me to go $1.05 million. So here's how we do that using the Authentisign platform. I go to my markup tool. And so markup tool on my right there, I have an option, many options here. I have this draw line option. I'm going to click on that. And I'm going to come over here and I'm actually just going to, with my cursor, cross out the $1 million there. See how that's gone? Again, I just grabbed I clicked on the line and I just grabbed it and put it there like that. Okay, so I have 2 of those. Okay, so what price am I going in at? Well, I'm going to grab my text box, draw text, and I'm just going to click on that, open it up. Just going to maneuver this a little bit. Want this a little bit above. And then I click inside and I know I'm going to go $1.05 million. Well, I'll put a comment in here and a comment in there. So it's $1.05 million I'm going with, Canadian dollars. And again, I need to have this written here. I need to have text and say, come on, there we go. And I'm going to write in $1 million, $1,050,000. And I don't need to do dollars. So now that's too small. I just need to extend that. And that is obviously TRREB. Thank God for spell check. It's not how we spell 50. How do we spell 50? Without the E. And so there we go. Let's just maneuver this a little bit. Come on, maneuver. So it's a little bit cleaner to read. Okay, so I've got, I crossed that out using the marking tool, the little red line here. I've inserted a text to say 1,050,000 or 1,050,000 written. Great, well I'm done, right? Right? Oh yeah, that's right, you gotta get initials. So let's get our initials by Jason Bourne. So again, I go back to the drag and drop, which you can't see, so sorry. And I need to get my initial. So initial here, again, dragging it, my initial there, and another one, because every time I make a change in an offer, I need that initial there as well too. So we're good. So everything's good. So I like that. I've made all my changes. I've made some markups and some changes there, so it feels good. So I'm ready to get signatures now. So now I'm going to hit next at the kind of top right there. Hit next. So am I ready to send the invitations? Yeah, I'm ready to send the invitation. You've successfully completed the creation of the sign-in note. To change the email address of signing participants or customize the invitation email subject line or message before the invitations are sent, select the customize button. I'm not going to do that. Again, read, understand what the question is asking. If you want to dive into it, dive into it. If you mess up, you're not going to mess up. But if you do, start all over again. It's okay. Leave yourselves plenty of time when you're doing this for the first time. That's what I say. So anyways, I'm going to hit send invitations. Okay, Authentisign invitations were sent successfully. Okay. So as that is sending now, I find this is a little bit of a lag time for the for Authentisign. DocuSign I find sends right away, like it's instantaneous. Authentisign seems to go through a couple servers out in the cloud, so it takes about 2 minutes or so for you to get that. So as we're waiting, I'll just kind of show you on my, when I go to my Authentisign or my web forms, little hamburger at the top left here, you can see that I've got an actual Authentisign folder here. So if I want to take a look at anything that I've sent or that is in progress, I can take a look here. And I can see that this 123 Main Street, if I click on that, I can see that this is in progress. I can see that Trevor Evans and Jason Bourne are in the middle and in the process of signing this. And if I want to take a look at the documents, I can do so here. I'm waiting for, see this little timer here, they're waiting for signatures there, okay? So that, just want to kind of give you a little bit of that. So let's take a look at how the signatures actually come in. I'm not going to do it for both the cooperating agent and for Jason. Maybe I will. We'll see how long this video goes. So let's take a look at Trevor's email. Do not judge me and my email. The email that just came into me, Authentisign. Look at that. Look at that pre-COVID hairstyle. Woo! He's cute. All right, so let's start signing. So I've got the, I've been given an invitation to do a signing here. Let's click on Start Signature. So I can see that there are 4 signing blocks here for Trevor to do. It's just preparing now. I have 2 options here. I have the option 1, which is to draw a signature. Let me show you what that looks like. Draw a signature. Here is my signature using my mouse. It could be wildly crazy. It doesn't matter what it looks like, guys. The signature, it doesn't have to be your specific signature. The signature is basically, it's an electronic stamp, let's say, that's executed through your email. So it's not, it doesn't matter what it looks like. But again, if I want to do a little initial, there's the best initial I can do. I can adopt that signature, and there's that funny signature, and there's my normal initial. Now again, I don't like those. They turned out horrible. You know what? Let me just select a font style, and let me go with this really pretty Greek goddess style signature. Wow, I love it. And there's my initial. I have never done an initial that pretty. So okay, I like this. I accept. Now by the way, your buyer will have the same interface and the same option as well. I accept. And now what I basically do, here's the document. I can read through the document if I'm a buyer and kind of go, this looks good. Yes, okay, that's where I want. That's where they want me to sign. Oh, yeah, he changed that to 1,050,000. Fantastic. Okay, so I'm good with reading. I've read through that, so I feel good about that. Now I just hit start. And the system automatically takes you to where you need to do all your initials and your signatures. So all I do to initial this is just click on it with my mouse. And I'm going to go back up here. There's that Greek goddess initial there. Okay, next, I need my signature. There we go. Again, just a review. Back up again. Where's my signature? Here's my signature. Now, it just didn't turn out on the right line the way I wanted it to. It's kind of weak, actually. But regardless of what that looks like, I can adjust that in anticipation next time. But regardless of what it actually looks like, doesn't matter. It's the digital signature footprint that's what's important there, right? Again, I click and sign, and I've done everything. Every place where I was supposed to, as the cooperating agent, supposed to sign, it's done. So I have completed my signing. So at the completion of the signing, you will receive an email that contains links to download the fully executed signed document at a signing certificate with us and a signing certificate. Also, at any time in the future, you can access the signed documents and signing history from your secure cloud dashboard using the email and password. If I want to do that, I can do that. If your buyer wants to do that, they can do that. I don't care. I'm going to hit no thanks. So I've executed that. Now let's take a look at Jason Bourne's interface. Okay, so for the next, for Jason Bourne's signature, let's assume he's doing this on his phone. I'm going to record my screen here, just so you can see how this is actually taking place on the on your client's cell phone or smartphone there. So I am actually going through this right now. I am hitting the signature of the Jason Bourne. I have now, Jason Bourne has received this. Hello, Jason Bourne. You can start signing. Click on Start Signing. Again, Jason will be given the option of actually choosing his signature. Loading prepared document. Ba-ding, ka-ding. Okay, so here I'm just going to leave it as the suggested signature layout there. I'm going to say Accept. And here you can see on the smartphone, I can review the document again. Now I'm just going to hit Start, and these are the places where I need to sign as Jason Bourne. And I just click on it. And every time I click, done, done, done. Oh man, I'm a pro. Jason Bourne is a pro. Come on. Sometimes when it's really small, it's hard, so I'll zoom in, boom, hit it, hit it, hit it. All the signatures are done. I feel so smart. Technology is wonderful. And last one time, last one. Should be it. Oh my God, there's another one. Okay, so now I've finished the document and I complete the signing. Do I want to access this later? No, thanks. And as you can see, Jason Bourne has executed his file and this document is completed. So, that is that signed on the document. Now, again, I will receive the executed document when it's completed, when it's all said and done. And just going to go to my email. Here is the document complete, and I can download a copy of all the signed documents. Take a look at that. Ignore all the windows at the top of my screen there. So here you've got Jason Bourne. He has got his signature there, and you can scroll through this. You can see the listing agent or cooperating agent has signed everything, initialed everything. This is a beautiful thing. That's great, right? So remember how I was talking about the digital footprint, which is really the signature, to get to, every time you have this document signed, why electronic signatures are so unique, and it has to be a certified, like a DocuSign or approved signature, electronic signature company like Authentisign. It can't be like an Adobe signing thing. It doesn't have, the difference is it doesn't have the witness, or it doesn't have the certificate that's associated with it. And this signing certificate is very important when you submit your paperwork to your deal secretary in your office. You need to submit this signing certificate. And I don't know if you guys noticed in the offer that we put together, we did not put a signature for anyone to witness. You do not need a witness when you're using Authentisign. Authentisign's system itself, the software, is the witness, okay? You just got to submit this every single time as the signing certificate. So we've got the signing certificate. We do have, of course, all the documents that are signed. And when you get that, of course, you will download this file. And again, it's off the screen, but you just download the file as PDF to your desktop, and then you'll send that off to your listing agent, and hopefully you win the deal. So hopefully that was kind of a nice little overview. If it was verbose, my apologies. If it was not detailed enough, my apologies. that's what I got. I just wanted to get you guys at least kind of used to the platform, the electronic signature world. If you're not using any electronic signature, I would really encourage you to start using this. I know it's a little bit stressful the first couple of times you do it, but boy, is it going to save you a lot of time and effort, and your clients are actually going to really like the whole process as well too. Okay, guys, thanks for the long patience that you got. Appreciate it. We'll chat soon.